is a great day, and we're here to celebrate the accomplishments and the achievements of these outstanding young people that you see in front of you. And I know that this has been such an exciting day with graduation this morning and the commissioning ceremony. So, soon to be lieutenants, I'm not going to take up much of your time. But I would like to ask you just to give me a few minutes. I would like to share with you some information that I know you can use as you move forward from this place to start your career as an officer in the United States Army, Army Reserve, or the National Guard. Dr. Myers, Dr. Bruce, Colonel Smith, Master Sergeant Gutierrez, members of the Tiger Battalion, families and friends, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate in your commissioning and pinning ceremony, and for giving me the privilege to address all of you today. There is nothing more exciting or memorable in one's career than the moment you take the oath and accept your commission. I am humbled and honored to be a part of your special day. First, to the newly commissioned, soon-to-be commissioned lieutenants, Tyra White, Ethan Westbrook, Stedman Holman, Sigmund McAfee, Phoenix Thompson, and Derica Vereen. Congratulations on graduating, receiving your degrees, and your commission as officers in the United States Army. Be proud of this accomplishment, for you join a very select group who is afforded the privilege of seeking out higher education. You represent the best of our country and the best hope for our future. You stand out among your peers who are enrolled in and soon graduating from colleges across America. You spent a large part of the last few years preparing for the awesome responsibility of leading America's most precious resources, our sons and daughters. And if the rigors and stresses that accompany completing requirements for a degree in sociology, neuroscience, criminology, political science, sports administration, and physics aren't enough, you chose to add another dimension to your education by enrolling in and completing what I know has been a tough and rigorous leadership training program. I know that you have received the best training available and that you are very excited and ready to go forth and do great things as second lieutenants in the United States Army, Medical Services, Finance, Quartermaster, Field Artillery, National Guard, and Army Reserve. Second, I'm very thrilled to see all of the families here today to join us in this special and memorable event. As we get prepared to congratulate these lieutenants on a job well done, I want to take a moment to congratulate another special group of people here today. All of the mothers and fathers present today. No one knows better than your parents just how far you've come. And make no mistake about it, this is as much their ceremony as it is yours. And if you haven't already thanked them for their support, encouragement, and love, then your first order of business after this ceremony is to do just that. I also want to congratulate the cadre and the staff of the Tiger Battalion on a job well done under the leadership of Colonel Smith and his entire team. I know that all of you have flourished from the professionalism and mentorship that he, his cadre, and staff have provided to you during your time as a cadet. They created an environment that allowed you to learn from your own mistakes, mistakes that have allowed you to grow as leaders and prepared you to become officers. I am confident that they have provided you the necessary tools to be successful, and that you are prepared and ready to accept your commissions and face the challenges laid out before you. As I look around this room, I see in these soon-to-be lieutenants the future of the United States Army. These are the leaders who will continue to lead soldiers well into the 21st century and be the role models for future leaders. I know that these lieutenants have to be excited and probably a little nervous as you prepare to enter an army at war. But I want you to rest assured that you are well prepared to meet any challenge that you may face. There's no doubt our Army is facing challenges like we've never seen. But we're also enjoying support from our government and the American people like never before. And as leaders, we owe it to our soldiers to provide the best leadership possible. I'd like to share with you some of my thoughts on leadership and tips for success as a junior leader in the United States Army. Many have tried to define what leadership is. But leadership is not easily defined through words, but better defined through your actions. Leadership is what you must be about. In this business, the profession of arms, your actions will speak for themselves. The American people will measure your success as leaders and the effectiveness of your leadership based solely on your actions, performance, and results. In order to achieve these results, all leaders must possess and apply 4 essential characteristics: competence, candor, courage, and commitment. Competence. You must be tactically and technically competent in every job you do. You have been called upon to lead people and manage resources. You must know their jobs, talents, and shortcomings. At the same time, you must also know your own as well. You must know the equipment so you can train and teach your soldiers. You must have a thorough understanding of the tactical doctrine and your commander's intent, and be capable of bringing all of this together to win. Candor. Leaders of good character are loyal, not just to the values we treasure as a nation, but to the profession of arms. There can be no substitute for the truth. Your superiors and subordinates must be able to trust you and your work. Courage. The companion to candor is courage, both physical and moral. There is little doubt that physical courage is a necessity. And you've heard this before, but I'll repeat it for good measure. You must lead by example, for there is no other way to lead. Never ask or demand from your soldiers more than you are willing to do. Moral courage is doing what needs to be done and doing it right the first time. You must be willing to take action and accomplish what needs to be accomplished, no matter how tired, how hungry, how sleep-deprived you may be. You must do what needs to be done regardless as to whether anyone will ever know. Commitment. You must be committed to your duty, your country, your soldiers, and your unit. You are about to be entrusted and given responsibility of our nation's most precious resources, the sons and daughters whom you will eventually lead. You must train to standard, always. The price for settling for mediocrity will be the safety, well-being, and survival of your soldiers. No matter what, your training must be tough, realistic, and meaningful. Your training must be geared toward your mission and how we do business on the battlefield. You must inspire your soldiers to do their best, set the highest standards for themselves and the unit, set in them the spirit to win, and above all, you must set the standard for others to emulate. Now, you all are about to begin the best time of your military career, being with and leading soldiers. That is what it's all about. You may think you leave here knowing all that you need to know, but let me assure you, your education has just begun. So to help you get started on the right foot, I want to leave you with a few words of wisdom for the young second lieutenant. First, listen and observe. Listen to your platoon sergeant and observe him or her. You may not always agree, and that's okay, but he or she will guide you and teach you what you need to know. That is part of their job. Observe how things are done. Be cautious about making changes right away. There's an old saying, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. You will know soon enough if it's broken and needs to be fixed. Second, you must adapt to your commander, for he or she will not adapt to you. Now, this can be a very difficult concept for many junior officers, and one that will get many into trouble. Learn how your commander operates and what his or her expectations are. Third, don't ask for too much guidance. As long as you are operating under the general guidance given, drive on and show some initiative. If your commander doesn't like it, he or she will let you know. Fourth, establish priorities and meet suspenses. Learn to complete a project in the time allotted so you can meet the timeline, even if you knew you could do better. Again, you will know if your commander doesn't like it. But you have demonstrated the ability to meet suspenses and show that you can prioritize your work. The Army you are joining today is much smaller than when I was commissioned 35 years ago. You will be asked to do more with less. But let me assure you that the soldiers in today's Army are better educated, better trained, and better equipped than in the past. We are currently facing multiple threats on several fronts, to include in our own backyard. As you well know, there are soldiers deployed throughout the Middle East, Afghanistan, Africa, the Philippines, South Central Asia, the former Yugoslavian countries, and the Balkans. This, in addition to the forward stationing of troops in Korea and large numbers of troops still in Germany. The line between the Army Reserve, National Guard, and active Army are transparent. All segments of our Army are fully engaged, standing shoulder to shoulder as we face threats around the world. In a few months, you will join your peers in these locations. Make no mistake about it, we continue to live in a very dangerous world where your leadership is critical to our nation's safety and security. As you are about to be administered your commissioning oath, you are about to accept a commitment to support and defend the Constitution, obey the orders of the officers appointed over you, and to do your duty. I'm proud to have you as members of the profession of arms, and I am absolutely confident that you will fulfill these obligations to your fullest abilities. And I wish all of you great success, the best of luck on your new careers, and Godspeed. Now, lieutenants, soon to be lieutenants, go forth and do great things for your country and for the United States. Thank you very much.
attempt to follow him up as well. I've had the privilege of leading your sons, your daughters, your husbands this past year. An Army commission is not given. An Army commission as a second lieutenant is earned. Each of these cadets sitting in front of you earned it. They earned it by overcoming their fears. Fears of the water, learning how to swim. Fears of the dark woods, by learning how to land navigate in the dark woods at Choctaw Trails and other locations. Fear of public speaking, by having to stand in front of their peers and be leaders. So, with that, they have definitely earned the right to be commissioned as second lieutenants. Thank you.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Ethan Westbrook,
Having been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States
having been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
in the grade of second lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution
that I will support and defend the Constitution
of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
of the United States, all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
of the office about which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our new second lieutenant.
Those lieutenants commissioning into the Mississippi Army National Guard, please take one step forward. Raise your right hand. I state your full name.
I, Ethan Westbrook,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Mississippi
of the State of Mississippi
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I will obey the orders
that I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States
of the President of the United States
and the orders
and the orders
of the Governor
of the Governor
of the State of Mississippi,
of the State of Mississippi,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservations
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
that I will well
that I will
and faithfully
and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Ladies and gentlemen, newest lieutenants to the Mississippi Army National Guard.
At this time, the Tiger Battalion represents Colonel Willis for a small token of appreciation for serving as guest speaker for today's ceremony. Lieutenant, please take your seats. We will now begin the pinning ceremony. The pinning ceremony was designed to give newly appointed officers, families, and friends an opportunity to share in their reward for a job well done. Through their combined efforts, the family, cadre, and friends have made this moment possible. Receiving a commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Army is a significant achievement. worthy of great pride and admiration. As the lieutenants are called forward, they will be joined by those chosen to pin them. Second Lieutenant Stedman Holman. Stedman Holman was born on November 14, 1989 in Greenwood, Mississippi, to Staff Sergeant Retired W.L. Holman and Sergeant Retired Doris Holman. For 5 years and counting, he has been married to his lovely wife, Mary Holman. He also has an older sibling, Sergeant Crystal Holman. Mr. Holman graduated from Spencer High School, Columbus, Georgia in May 2007 and participated in JROTC until completion. On February 28, 2012, he enlisted in the United States Army National Guard, where he completed basic training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and graduated advanced individual training as a 91 Popham artillery mechanic. Mr. Holman obtained his Bachelor of Arts in Sociology from Mississippi Valley State University on May 11, 2013. He is currently approaching his second year of graduate school at Jackson State University, majoring in criminology. While in Army ROTC at Mississippi Valley State University and Jackson State University, Mr. Holman served on the following teams: color guard, push-up, and cannon teams. During his last year of ROTC, he served as Battalion S3 and S5. Second Lieutenant Holman will serve with the Mississippi Army National Guard as a finance officer. Second Lieutenant Holman will be pinned by his wife, Mrs. Mary Holman, and his mother, Mrs. Doris Holman. Second Lieutenant Sigmund McAfee. Sigmund McAfee was born on February 22, 1989 in Jackson, Mississippi. His parents are mother Dorothy Lewis and father Albert McAfee. He has 6 siblings, 5 brothers and 1 sister: Edward Morrow, David Morrow, Alex Morrow, Kenny LaFell, Robert Johnson, and Joshua McCray. Mr. McAfee graduated from Brandon High School in May 2008, where he was a member of the football team and awarded MVP Player 2007, Bulldog Courage 2008, Athletic Achievement 2008, Young Guns Leadership of Camp at Mississippi State University 2007, Athletic Scholarship 2008. After graduating, he received a football scholarship to Hines Community College for 2 years. He graduated from Hines Community College with an Associate's in Arts degree. Mr. McAfee joined the Army National Guard in November 2012 and was assigned to the 114th MP Company in Clinton, Mississippi. He came to Jackson State University to pursue his bachelor's degree in political science and joined ROTC in the fall of 2012. Throughout his ROTC years, he was very active and served on the following teams: color guard, cannon, and push-up teams. He was recognized for excellence for outstanding support to the Tiger Battalion 2012-2013. During the last year of undergrad school, Mr. McAfee served as the S4 and then as Cadet Battalion Commander. Second Lieutenant McAfee was selected for active duty as a Quartermaster Corps officer, for which he is scheduled to attend Basic Officer Leadership course during the fall of 2014. Second Lieutenant McAfee was pinned by his mother, Dorita Lewis, and father, Albert McAfee. Second Lieutenant Phoenix Thompson. Phoenix Thompson was born on April 20th, 1984, in Tylertown, Mississippi. His parents are Calvin and Faye Brown. He has 5 siblings, 2 brothers and 3 sisters, Jesse, Latasha, Ashley, Alicia, and Calvin Jr. Mr. Thompson graduated from West Marion High School in May 2002. After graduation, he received a football scholarship to Pearl River Community College for 2 years, and then another to Belhaven College. While at Belhaven, he received honors for being an NAIA All-American First Team wide receiver. He graduated from Belhaven with a bachelor's degree in sports administration. Mr. Thompson joined the Army Reserves in June 2004 and was assigned to the 3rd HRSC in Jackson, Mississippi as a human resource specialist and deployed with the unit in June 2010. After deployment, he came to Jackson State University to pursue his master's degree and joined ROTC in the spring of 2012. During his ROTC career, Mr. Thompson served as Assistant S4, then as S3. He was a member of the Color Guard, Cannon, and Push-Up teams. Second Lieutenant Thompson will be going active duty after graduation as a Field Artillery Officer. Second Lieutenant Thompson was penned by his father, Calvin Brown, and his mother, Faye Brown. Second Lieutenant Derica Marine. Derica Marine was born on November 17, 1990 in Germany to Wanda and Derek Marine. She graduated from Holt Senior High School in Holt, Michigan on June 2009. During the fall of 2009, she enrolled into Jackson State University majoring in physics and earned a bachelor's in physics. Marine became a research student during her enrollment and a published author in the Journal of Physical Chemistry. Ms. Marine joined the ROTC program in her freshman year. During her ROTC career, she served as Battalion S5 Public Affairs Officer and S1 Personnel Officer. Marine will be going to Tanzania, Africa this summer in June with the Army Cultural and Language Program. Second Lieutenant Marine will serve in the Army Reserves as a 70 Hotel Health Service Plan Officer in Birmingham, Alabama. She will attend BOLIT on 14 July 2014 in San Antonio, Texas. Second Lieutenant Marine is now joined with her parents, Sergeant Major Wanda Marine and Derek. Oh, brother, I'm sorry. Uncle. Second Lieutenant Ethan Westbrook. Ethan Westbrook was born July 29, 1991 in Metairie, Louisiana. He has one brother, Cal. Mr. Westbrook graduated from Mandeville High School in May 2009 and attended Millsaps College. In the fall of 2011, Mr. Westbrook went to basic combat training at Fort Jackson and advanced individual training at Fort Huachuca Airborne School at Fort Benning and joined the 20th Special Forces Group. Mr. Westbrook earned a degree in neuroscience with a concentration in biochemistry and physiology. During his time at Millsap, Mr. Westbrook was the vice president of his fraternity, Phi Kappa Alpha, the co-chair of Millsap's student council, a member of Omega Delta Kappa, and served as resident assistant. Mr. Westbrook was accepted into medical school in 2013, which he plans to attend after graduation. Second Lieutenant Westbrook is branching into a physician slot in the National Guard. He was pinned by his uncle, Brian Lazar, and aunt, Sandra Tuis. Second Lieutenant Tyra White. Tyra D. White was born on January 7, 1988 in Long Beach, California, to Marvin White and the late Betty Sanders. She was raised in Port Gibson, Mississippi by a remarkable lady, Ms. Odessa Williams, her grandmother. She has two sisters, Tiffany and Tiara White. During her junior year of high school, she enlisted in the United States Army Reserve, where she has served as Human Resource Sergeant at the 412th Theater Engineers Command in Vicksburg, Mississippi. She graduated from Port Gibson High School in May 2006. Ms. White attended Tougaloo College in 2009, where she became a member of the illustrious Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She was an honor graduate in 2012, receiving a bachelor's degree in sociology. She recently graduated as an honor student from Jackson State University Graduate Department of Criminal Justice and Sociology, holding a Master's of Arts degree in sociology. Throughout ROTC, she was very active, serving as the Cadet Administrative Officer and the Cadet Battalion Executive Officer. She served on the Color Guard for several events as well. She also had the honor of serving as Miss ROTC for the 2013-2014 school year. Second Lieutenant White was selected for active duty as a medical service officer and will be stationed in Korea. Second Lieutenant White was pinned by Dr. Johnny Griffin and First Lieutenant Sarah Wildy.
The cadets, cadre, staff, and our new lieutenants express our sincere appreciation to each of you for your attendance today. Please stand for playing the Army song. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our commissioning and pinning ceremony. Please join us in the adjoining ballroom for refreshments. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot one thing. I apologize, one thing. Our newly appointed second lieutenants will now fulfill an old military tradition, requiring them to pay a silver dollar for the first enlisted personnel to salute them. The silver dollar is given as a token of appreciation for the advice, training, assistance, and overall mentoring provided from the non-commissioned officers to the former cadet. Will those NCOs please come forward? congratulate the new lieutenant.